Have you ever thought about the fact that your body is not just a collection of organs, muscles and bones, but rather a living reflection of your spirit? It is no coincidence that you are here today. The universe has led you to this point to recognize a deeper truth. Your body is talking to you every second, with every breath, with every movement. It is constantly responding to the signals that arise from the depths of your mind. Perhaps you have already experienced physical discomfort for no apparent reason. A suddenly tense neck, constant headaches, or inexplicable tiredness, these are all messages from your body that go much deeper than we realize at first glance. But in our modern, often hectic world, we overlook the subtle manifestations of mental and emotional states. We are conditioned to view the body as separate from the mind, as if it were an autonomous system that functions purely mechanically. But in truth, your body is constantly in dialogue with your inner self. This dialogue is often invisible, yet it guides your health and well-being. Every emotion, every thought that arises in your mind has a resonance that is reflected in your physical body. For example, when you are under pressure, your thoughts send signals to your body that put it in a state of tension. Your muscles tense up, your heart beats faster, your breathing becomes shallower. These physical reactions are direct responses to the inner states of your mind, even if you don't consciously recognize them. How often do we ignore the signs of our body and only treat the surface? We reach for painkillers when our head is throbbing or try to banish fatigue with a cup of coffee. But all these symptoms are more than just physical discomfort. They are indications that something is imbalanced in your mind and in your heart. A striking example of this interaction is the concept of psychosomatic medicine, which recognizes that physical ailments often have their roots in unresolved emotional conflicts. Perhaps you feel overwhelmed by your everyday life without admitting it to yourself. Your body will express this in the form of a headache or stomach ache, as if it is carrying the burden that your mind cannot process. The idea that your body is constantly sending you subtle, and sometimes clear, messages is not only fascinating, but essential for your self-awareness. Now we come to a crucial point. Your mind exerts far more control over your physical state than you realize. Most people don't realize this control because it takes place in the deep layers of the subconscious. But the truth is that every thought, every emotion triggers a reaction in your body. When you recognize this connection, you can begin to decode your body's signals and become more aware of your inner state. Next, we'll dive deeper and explore the immense power of your thoughts, and how they shape the reality of your body, often without you realizing it. Every thought you form in your mind carries an invisible energy that influences your physical well-being. We are often unaware of this force, but it is constantly at work, like an invisible current that influences your physical and emotional balance. Thoughts are not just fleeting mental processes, they are like seeds that are sown deep within your mind and grow and bear fruit over time. This fruit is reflected in your physical condition, your health, and your well-being. If you are constantly harboring negative thoughts, be it conscious self-doubt or deep-rooted fears, you begin to put your body in a state of constant tension and alert. The body believes the messages you send it through your thoughts. If you repeatedly think that you are weak, overwhelmed, or not good enough, your body will start to follow these beliefs. Your immune system will weaken, your muscles will tense up, your heart will beat faster. All of these are reactions to the constant signals from your mind. An example of this is people who suffer from self-doubt or stress for a long time. They often develop chronic pain, insomnia, or digestive problems. But what many people don't realize, these physical conditions are often the result of years of self-sabotage through thoughts such as "I can't do this" or "I'm not good enough." The body begins to accept these inner beliefs as reality and adapts to them. The famous psychologist William James once said, "Belief creates fact." These words are not just limited to our spiritual world, but have a direct impact on the physical body. If you believe that you are strong and healthy, your body will respond to this message and make appropriate changes. However, the same is true in the negative case. Doubt and fear put your body in a state where it becomes more susceptible to illness and discomfort. Science has long recognized this link between thoughts and physical health. Studies show that people who are optimistic and positive tend to be healthier and more resistant to illness. Their immune system is stronger, their stress hormone levels are lower, and they recover more quickly from illness. In contrast, people with negative thought patterns are more likely to suffer from chronic conditions and often have poorer overall health. But how can you consciously control your thoughts to positively influence your body? The first step is to become aware of your thoughts. Pay attention to the inner dialogues you have every day. Ask yourself, what do I say about myself when I face challenges? It is often the unconscious thoughts that have the greatest impact. Thoughts like "I can't do this" or "I'll never be healthy" become self-fulfilling prophecies that your body ultimately puts into practice. To break the cycle of negative thoughts, it is crucial to raise your awareness and actively plant new, positive beliefs. Practices such as affirmations, meditation, or visualization can help you to reprogram your mind. By repeatedly integrating positive and constructive thoughts into your daily life, you begin to create a new reality, one in which your body responds in a positive way to the thoughts you send it. Next, we will turn to the repressed emotions that often go unnoticed in your body and manifest in the form of pain and tension. You will learn how your body carries the burden of emotional blockages that you may have been ignoring for a long time. Whilst thoughts directly affect your body, it is often the suppressed emotions that do the most damage. Feelings such as anger, sadness, fear or shame that we do not express or process do not simply disappear. They remain inside us, like an invisible burden that affects our physical well-being for years. Your body becomes a repository of these repressed emotions, and at some point it begins to suffer under the burden. You may have experienced the feeling of being overcome by sudden, seemingly causeless sadness or anger, or you may feel an inexplicable physical tension that cannot be explained externally. These moments are often an indication that your body is reacting to the emotional energy that is stuck deep inside you. What you don't let go of emotionally expresses itself physically, in the form of pain, tension, or chronic complaints. When the mind is in turmoil, be it through stress, fear, suppressed anger or unresolved grief, it seeks a way out, a way to express itself. And it often chooses the body as its stage. Psychosomatic complaints can manifest themselves in many different forms: chronic headaches, neck pain, gastrointestinal complaints, skin disorders or even palpitations. All these symptoms are real, tangible and affect your daily life, but medical examinations often show no clear physical reason for them. In such cases, we speak of psychosomatic disorders. A well-known example is migraine. Many people who suffer from migraines have no obvious physical cause for the agonizing headaches that often severely disrupt their lives. It often turns out that these headaches are particularly severe in times of emotional overload or unresolved inner conflicts. The migraine acts as an outlet for the stress and suppressed emotions that the sufferer may not be consciously aware of. Your body uses migraines to signal to you that something is out of balance inside. Another common example is gastrointestinal complaints such as irritable bowel syndrome. These complaints often occur when people suffer from chronic stress or anxiety. The gut, which is known as the second brain, reacts sensitively to emotional stress. Anxiety and stress can disrupt digestion and lead to cramps, diarrhea, or constipation, symptoms that severely affect everyday life and at first glance appear to be purely physical problems. However, the cause often lies in the mind, in emotional tensions that the person affected is unable to process in any other way. Chronic pain for which no physical cause can be found is also a common sign of psychosomatic disorders. The back, shoulders, or neck are often the places where emotional pressure manifests itself. People who are under constant emotional stress often experience persistent pain in these areas of the body. This pain is not imaginary, it is real and debilitating. But they are also a sign that your mind is reacting to your emotional overload and expressing it in the form of physical pain. What makes psychosomatics so fascinating and challenging is the fact that your mind and body are so closely intertwined that they influence each other. Emotional tensions and mental conflicts that you may not consciously process find their way into your body. Your mind tricks you by creating symptoms that seem physical but are mental in origin. These symptoms are your mind's attempt to show you that something inside you needs attention. But how can you heal these psychosomatic disorders? The first step is to realize that your body and mind do not act separately. By searching for the emotional and mental causes of your complaints, you can begin to dissolve these blockages. Psychotherapy, mindfulness, and meditation can help you to recognize the underlying causes of your physical symptoms. By working through these inner conflicts, you give your body the opportunity to heal. It is important to understand the language of your body. If you have recurring physical complaints for which no physical cause can be found, it is worth taking a look at your emotional and mental state. What is bothering you? What unresolved conflicts are you carrying around with you? Your body speaks the language of your mind, and as soon as you learn this language, you can begin to decode it. In the next chapter, we will look at the power of the subconscious mind, the deeper level of your mind that often influences your physical and mental health unnoticed. The subconscious mind is a powerful but often overlooked force in our lives. While our conscious mind watches over everyday life, makes decisions and controls our behavior, there is a deeper level hidden beneath the surface, the subconscious mind. It is an invisible control center that pulls the strings unnoticed, influencing not only our thoughts and emotions, but also our physical health. Many of our deepest convictions, beliefs and fears lie hidden in this area of the mind. They were often formed in childhood or through life-changing events and remain as unconscious patterns that we hardly notice in everyday life. But even if we are not aware of them, they have a continuous effect on us, and their influence reaches into every cell of our body. A clear example of this is how the subconscious mind works with negative beliefs. For example, if deep down you harbor the subconscious belief, "I don't deserve to be happy or healthy," your subconscious mind will see this belief as reality. It will not only influence your decisions and behavior, but also your body. Your subconscious mind sends signals to your body telling it not to enter a state of well-being because it contradicts your inner self-image. This can manifest in chronic discomfort, lack of healing, and a general feeling of physical imbalance. The subconscious mind is also responsible for unconscious emotional patterns that often culminate in physical symptoms. You may be carrying an old injury or trauma that has never been fully processed. These unresolved emotions are deeply embedded in your subconscious, and although you may have repressed them, they continue to affect your body. You may feel constant tension in your neck or back pain that has no obvious cause. In reality, this is your subconscious trying to process the emotional pain by projecting it onto your body. Another example is the topic of fear. Fears that are deeply rooted in your subconscious can keep your body on constant alert. Even if you are not consciously aware of any immediate danger, your subconscious sends signals that you are in a threatening state. Your heart beats faster, your muscles tense up, and you are constantly on edge. This unconscious anxiety can exhaust your body over long periods of time and cause you to feel constantly exhausted or show signs of burnout. But how can you recognize and change the influence of your subconscious on your body? The first step is to realize that your subconscious mind is running on autopilot, based on deep-rooted patterns and beliefs that you may never have questioned. The key to change is to bring these patterns to light. One way to reach your subconscious is to work with affirmations and visualizations. By consciously sending your mind new, positive messages, you can begin to reprogram the subconscious mind. Positive affirmations such as "I deserve to be healthy" or "I am able to heal myself" can help replace the negative beliefs you may have accumulated over the years. However, these affirmations need to be repeated regularly in order to become anchored in the subconscious. Meditation is another powerful method of accessing the subconscious mind. In the stillness of meditation, you can focus on your inner thoughts and feelings and begin to recognize the patterns that are deeply rooted within you. It's like diving into the depths of your mind to discover the programs that are running at an unconscious level. Over time, you can learn to change these programs by consciously rewriting them. One common example is anger. In our society, anger is often seen as a negative emotion that needs to be suppressed. Many people learn at a young age that they are not allowed to show their anger. However, this suppressed anger does not disappear, it remains in the body, solidifies, and often manifests itself as muscle tension, headaches, or digestive problems. Your body carries the emotional burden that your mind has not processed and tries to get rid of it physically. It is similar with grief. Many people don't allow themselves to fully experience grief, whether it's after a loss or in times of disappointment. This suppressed grief can take a heavy toll on the body, manifesting as chronic fatigue, breathing problems, or even heart pain. Your body remembers the grief, even if your mind has repressed it. There are numerous studies that show how close the link is between repressed emotions and physical complaints. A classic example is the concept of psychosomatic disorders. These are physical illnesses that are caused by emotional or mental stress. Your body becomes the mouthpiece of your repressed feelings, as they need to express themselves in some way, if not through words, then through physical symptoms. Your body is intelligent. It shows you what your mind may not want to consciously recognize. If you suppress your emotions for a long time, your body begins to express them in the form of physical symptoms to alert you that something is out of balance. Tension in the neck, lower back pain, or migraines are common signs that you are carrying around emotional burdens that you have not yet processed. But how can you let go of this emotional baggage? The first step is to become aware of which emotions you are suppressing. We often don't immediately recognize which feelings lie dormant inside us until they become physically noticeable. Practices such as journaling or meditation can help you to bring these emotions to light. Write regularly about what is bothering you emotionally, or take time to observe your feelings in meditation without judging or suppressing them. Another important step is to consciously deal with your emotions. Instead of suppressing anger, sadness, or fear, allow yourself to experience these feelings. Give them space instead of immediately suppressing them. When you allow yourself to feel and accept your emotions, they can be released instead of getting stuck in your body. Now that we understand the role of repressed emotions, we will dive deeper into the world of psychosomatic disorders in the next chapter. We will look at how deep-rooted emotional conflicts can cause illness and disease on a physical level. Stress and anxiety are like silent, invisible forces that work deep within your body and wear it down in the long term. You often don't realize how much you are suffering under their weight until your body begins to react in an unsettling way. Stress is more than just a mental or emotional reaction to external circumstances. It triggers a cascade of biological processes in the body that can affect your health without you realizing it. When you are stressed, your body automatically reacts as if it were in an acutely dangerous situation. Your brain releases stress hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline, which increase your heart rate, speed up your breathing and tense your muscles. These reactions are actually intended for short, threatening situations. They prepare your body for fight or flight. However, in our modern world, we rarely find ourselves in actual danger, but rather in chronic, prolonged stressful situations. Chronic stress is the biggest problem. Instead of reacting once in dangerous moments, your body remains trapped in this state of alert when under constant stress. This means that your stress hormones are constantly being released and your body is permanently overloaded. This imbalance not only affects your emotional stability, but also your physical health to an extent that is often underestimated. A well-known example of the effects of chronic stress is the cardiovascular system. The constant release of stress hormones puts a strain on your heart and blood vessels, which in the long term can lead to high blood pressure, heart disease, and even strokes. Your heart is constantly working at full speed, even when there is no immediate danger, a condition that weakens the heart and impairs its function. Similarly, chronic stress affects your digestive system. When your body is constantly on fight or flight, digestion slows down as the body redistributes energy to other functions in response to perceived danger. This can lead to digestive problems, stomach discomfort, or even chronic gastrointestinal disorders. You may have noticed that you suffer from digestive problems more often during stressful periods. This is no coincidence, but a direct reaction of your body to the internal tension. Another invisible victim of chronic stress is your immune system. Stress weakens your body's defenses as it diverts resources to other vital functions. In the long run, your body becomes more susceptible to infection and disease as it is no longer able to defend itself effectively. Studies have shown that people who suffer from chronic stress fall ill more often and take longer to recover from illness. Anxiety, which often goes hand in hand with stress, also has far-reaching effects on your body. Anxiety is a condition that sets your body up for constant danger, even if that danger only exists in your mind. Your body reacts to this anxiety with an increased heart rate, muscle tension, and a feeling of tension that lasts for a long time. This constant state of alert exhausts the body and can lead to chronic pain, headaches, and an increased susceptibility to injury. It is important to recognize that stress and anxiety are not just temporary conditions, but can have profound effects on your entire body. However, you cannot simply ignore this invisible effect. To reduce the impact of stress and anxiety, you need to take action and calm your mind. Mindfulness exercises, meditation, and breathing techniques are powerful tools to free your body from this constant state of alarm. By learning to consciously manage and regulate stress, you can give your body the chance to recover and return to its natural balance. In the next chapter, we will take a closer look at psychosomatic disorders. We will explore how your mind sometimes tricks your body and causes illnesses that have no physical cause but are rooted in the depths of your mind. The line between body and mind is blurred, and in psychosomatics this connection is particularly striking. Psychosomatic disorders are illnesses that have their origin not in a physical cause, but in your mind. In a way, your body tricks you by showing physical symptoms that are actually the result of inner, unresolved emotional and mental conflicts. This happens subtly and often unnoticed until these conflicts manifest themselves through pain or illness. Dream interpretation is also a tool that can help you to better understand the subconscious. Dreams are often the gateway to your subconscious as they show you images and symbols that are hidden deep within you. By observing and analyzing your dreams, you can gain insight into your deeper fears and beliefs that may be affecting your physical health. By consciously working with your subconscious mind, you can begin to change the deep-rooted patterns that are affecting your body. By bringing these unconscious beliefs and emotions to light and reprogramming them, your body will begin to realign itself. You will feel not only your mental state improve, but also your physical well-being. In the next chapter, we will explore how consciously working with your mind and emotions can support your body's healing process. We will look at how you can strengthen the mind-body connection and achieve profound healing through targeted mental practices. True healing, which is deeply rooted in your body, does not begin with external interventions or medication, it begins in the mind. Your mind is the source of your physical reality and therefore your physical well-being. It is a powerful realization that by consciously working with your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions, you can directly influence your healing process. Once you recognize the connection between mind and body, you open the door to a new level of self-healing. You have already learned how your subconscious mind controls your body and how deeply rooted beliefs and emotions manifest themselves physically. Now it's about consciously working with these inner states to promote physical healing. Consciously working with the mind is not just about controlling superficial thoughts, but delving deeper into consciousness to recognize the blockages that hinder healing. One of the most effective methods for conscious healing is meditation. Meditation helps you to reach the stillness of your mind, where you can more clearly recognize which thoughts and emotions are bothering you. By meditating regularly, you create a space in which you can let go of old patterns and establish new, healing thoughts and beliefs. Studies have shown that meditation not only lowers stress levels, but also activates the body's self-healing powers. Blood pressure drops, the immune system is strengthened and the body returns to its natural balance. In addition to meditation, the practice of mindfulness is another key to healing. Mindfulness means being present in every moment and paying attention to what is happening inside and around you, without judgment and without distraction. When you are mindful of your body, you begin to notice the subtle signals it is sending you. Instead of ignoring or suppressing symptoms, you become aware of them and understand that they are messages from your mind. Mindfulness enables you to decode these messages and actively support the healing process. Another important practice is visualization. Through visualization, you can focus your mind on healing by imagining your body regenerating and becoming healthy again. Visualizing healing is a powerful way to give your mind clear instructions and signal to your body that it is time to recover. For example, you can visualize healing energy flowing through your body, strengthening and regenerating every cell. Your mind can translate these images into physical reality as it does not differentiate between fantasy and reality. Another important tool is working with affirmations. By regularly repeating positive and healing affirmations, you reprogram your mind and give it clear instructions. Affirmations such as "My body is strong and healthy" or "I deserve to heal completely" have the power to change your inner beliefs and thus set the healing process in motion. It's about replacing old, negative beliefs with positive and healing beliefs. Consciously working with your mind also means facing your emotions. Emotions are powerful energies that, if not dealt with, put a strain on the body. By learning to recognize and live through your emotions instead of suppressing them, you free your body from the burden of carrying this energy. Write down your feelings, meditate on them or talk to someone you trust. By consciously processing your emotions, you allow your body to relax and heal. There are numerous examples of people who have experienced amazing healings through conscious mental work. They have recognized the power of their thoughts and emotions and actively used them to support their bodies. These stories show us that healing is not a passive process, it begins the moment you take responsibility for your mind and your well-being. Your body follows the signals of your mind. When you start to consciously control these signals, you can radically improve your physical well-being. It is up to you to utilize the tools at your disposal and achieve deeper, sustainable healing through conscious mental work. In the final chapter, we will summarize these findings and look at how you can create a balance between mind and body through ongoing conscious work that promotes long-term health and well-being. Now that we've explored the deep connections between mind and body, it's clear that control over your physical well-being is more in your hands than you may have previously believed. Your body is the mirror of your inner state, and once you realize this fact, you can begin to build a new relationship with your physical and emotional self. Healing and well-being are not accidents, they are the result of conscious choices and continuous work on yourself. The first step to returning to balance is awareness. You need to become aware of the patterns, thoughts, and emotions that are affecting your physical well-being. It's not just about treating your physical symptoms, but gaining deeper insights into the emotional and mental causes of your ailments. This realization requires patience and self-reflection, but it is the key to regaining control over your body. The connection between mind and body is a dialogue, and you can learn to consciously control this dialogue. Pay attention to your body's signals, be it pain, discomfort, or restlessness. These signals are like signposts that show you that something in your inner state is not in harmony. It is up to you to decode these signals and make the necessary changes. Your body speaks to you, and as soon as you learn to listen to it, you will be able to react early to imbalances and correct them. Continuity is the key here. Maintaining balance between mind and body is not a one-off act, but a daily practice. Meditation, mindfulness, and conscious reflection are powerful tools that you can integrate into your everyday life to strengthen the connection between mind and body. It is important to regularly take time to listen to yourself and explore your inner landscape. You can start through small, daily rituals, a few minutes of meditation in the morning, a mindfulness exercise during the day, or writing down thoughts and emotions in a journal. Another crucial aspect is self-responsibility. Taking back control of your body means taking responsibility for your health and well-being. You are not simply at the mercy of external circumstances, you have the power to determine the direction your life and health take by making conscious choices. Once you begin to see yourself as an active designer of your life, the dynamic between mind and body changes. Understand that healing and wellness happen in phases. There will be moments of progress and setbacks, but the key is to persevere and not be discouraged by temporary challenges. Your body is eager to return to a state of balance, you just need to provide it with the right conditions to do so. A powerful example that illustrates the deep connection between mind and body is the story of people who have experienced amazing physical healings through mental work. These people realized that their illnesses were not just due to physical causes, but to mental blockages that were preventing them from fully recovering. By consciously working with their thoughts, beliefs, and emotions, they were able to overcome these blockages and allow their bodies to return to a state of healing. In conclusion, returning to balance is an ongoing process, one that requires patience, dedication, and continuous awareness. However, once you embark on this journey, you will not only feel your physical well-being improve, but you will also become calmer, and stronger inside. Your mind and body will work in harmony, and you will be able to exercise control over your health in a deep, conscious way. The connection between mind and body is a gift that you can utilize in every moment. The power to heal and live in balance lies within you. You just need to recognize it and consciously integrate it into your life.